Well, hello, my friends. I'm so glad you've joined me again today. Yesterday, we talked about some really crazy things that's going on in our country today, and how absurd it is. And I think yesterday we mentioned about how one of the writers for one of the major networks stated that you cannot, it's not possible to know the gender of a child when it's born. And then even today, I saw one of the major networks, one of the I don't know, one of the men that are on one of the major networks stated that you don't need to hear both sides of the story. All you need is one side of the story and then tell it as news and whatever. It just doesn't make sense. There's so many things that are just unthinkable. And in our culture today, it could be somewhat scary, but as a believer, as a Christian, we have the peace of God, the hope of God in the midst of it all. In fact, I was reminded again back in Psalm 23, we talked about rest a few weeks ago. We had actually 4 parts in that series there, but where it said, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down, and there's the rest, in green pastures. But the next phrase says, He leads me beside still waters. This is Psalm 23:2. He leads me beside still waters. Now I think about the still waters as peace. Now a couple of days ago, we talked about the waterfall and how beautiful the waterfall is, but in that context, it seemed that it was struggles. It was we were overwhelmed. It was like in more of a negative context there. But today, I want to focus on Him leading us beside still waters. The peace of God in the midst of the storm. I'm reminded about when the disciples were crossing the Sea of Galilee and a storm came up and Jesus said, "Peace, be still." And it suddenly was calm. And I think, and I believe with all my heart that in the midst of a chaotic and a crazy world in which we live in and a deceptive world, that you and I can have peace. I was also looking at Isaiah 48, verse 22, and also Isaiah 57:21. Both scriptures say this: there is no peace for the wicked. There's no peace, says the Lord, for the wicked. No matter how big a smile and how confident the wicked seem or the people seem that are bringing up crazy ideas, there really is no peace. There's only chaos. John 14:7 says, Jesus speaking, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. Not as the world gives do I give to you." I can say there's a big difference between God's peace and the world's peace. I think that all that's what's taking place in our world today, in America and around the world, it's the world trying to find peace, the world trying to find something that satisfies, when what they're looking for in reality is Jesus. Jesus is the peace. He says, I give, let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. So I encourage you today, my friends, in the midst of the chaos, as crazy it may seem, as scary as it may seem at times, remember, you and I can have a peace that passes all understanding, and it's a peace that only comes from God, trusting in Jesus. God bless you. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye-bye.